What about now? Okay, cool. I was like, you caught me prepping my mind. This is a video journal for me, if a lot of you don't know, if you haven't been here before. What I was just admiring is my habits. Past 3 years, it's now easy to do what was hard. You understand? It's a blessing to be able to understand habits. Bless yourself with the understanding of habits. That's why I do these videos every day, to help you understand. I want everybody to start coming back here and saying, guess what I did? You. Guess what I did, Dan? I fucking changed this habit. I did this. Like, I'm ready for that, and it's happening already. Welcome in, Brando. What's up, buddy? Best friends here. 95 people. Dude, stick around and do some personal growth. We talk about these guys all in a legal form. I'm not breaking any laws. I'm not promoting any drugs. So I speak that every time so that TikTok understands and can't violate me for any kind of report. I'm talking about things that are legal, and I'm talking about things that are life-changing. I was a homeless drug addict, intravenously addicted to meth and heroin. I was playing tug-of-war with my heart on a $300 a day habit. Okay? I was 130 pounds soaking wet. And I changed my habits. I learned about neuroscience. A lot happened, but you'll learn it all throughout from coming here every day. You can ask me questions. I'm trying so much to look at the comments more than I get in a flow state in speaking. I get in a flow state. It's because of these guys, but it's really, really, really powerful what this thing can do to your mind, okay? In a micro MD. Y'all know what the MD word means, right? So I would encourage you first to understand why I do what I do. It's to help people. So on the link on my page, I have a group for the MD word. So you can learn everything you need to know, and I can give you amazing deals exclusively that I endorse. Okay, nextly, I have links to PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. And I just got these guys in a little vest that's going to hold my camera. And very soon, my friends, you're going to see me start going out and talking to these homeless people in my city. I was homeless. I got myself off of the street by shaking a sign and doing right with the money. When I learned what habits were, it was like, well, fuck. Gas stations are an 80% markup. You have to pay a high price for convenience. No more gas stations. And I said, all right, well, I'm making about $250 a day shaking this sign the way that I'm doing during the busiest times of the day. So I've got a good process, right? I just got to figure out what to do with the money. So guess what? I stopped spending money, period. Well, except on a little bit of this, a little bit of that, to use as a tool to keep me mentally focused. I had no access to these yet. But, look, I knew this was going to happen. Thank you guys for sticking around, man. For real. What was that? Yeah, what I was doing with the money. So, I started saving. In 2.5 weeks, I had enough money to get the fuck out of Memphis, to get completely away. I changed my life because I changed people. I said, fuck you, everybody. You're not going to tell me that I'm a piece of shit, and I'm going to choose to refuse to believe what society tells me. I don't give a fuck how many people I robbed, how many people I spit in the face of, how many backs I stabbed. I don't care about any of that. You're not going to tell me I'm a piece of shit. I was doing those things trying to supply something that numbed me. When I realized that what I was doing was numbing, and that you could actually... So if your pain is here and you're going here, you could actually go here, and it'll influence your actions in a positive way. It's the best analogy I can put it as. Then he got a job. You still did those things? Brandon, be mind, pay attention to... You have full permission to mute anybody. I don't want anybody distracted from asking questions in search of growth. Analyze their questions, like with your gift. And if that question is negative, boot them. Fuck them. We're here to help people. It's dying down to the normal numbers. It's dying down to the normal numbers. And that's good. Because I've read these statistics where, you know, I've just read the statistics where the numbers die down. That's because of the people that truly support you, that you've hooked, that you're influencing, they're here. In other words, this is what's important right now. I knew, because I know human attention, that the 109 people would disappear before 5 minutes. I knew that. But I really want to speak into your soul right now for the 17 of you that are staying. Stick around. Look me in my eyes. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right. So, I don't really have anything planned for today. The same stuff. You hear me talk about the same stuff. Actually, this is sort of a practice for me to get better at speaking. If you don't have a platform, if you don't have a stage, how do you get better at speaking if you can't practice what I'm doing here? I've been doing this for 3 years. On the other account, to those that have, put a TO in front of this account. There's an account with 40,000 followers. They follow me because I go live. I don't really produce. I'm not good at content creation. I'm getting better. You know why I'm getting better? Because I'm getting really good at lives. And I'm chopping that up in the content. So because the lives are getting better, the content's getting better. I'm getting comfortable looking myself in the eyes. I'm perfect. I'm my best friend. So I'm not afraid to stare myself in the face. All of my blemishes, all of my bad features, all of my good features. I'm aware of those things. And so now, if you're aware of them and not afraid of them, you can use them to your advantage. A tool. Weapons and tools, my friend. That gives me an idea of where we can go. Yesterday, I promised you guys I would share the first chapter of my book with you. I'm writing a book, another book. And I'm going to share the first chapter with you today. I hope that you would stick around. Thanks for all the hearts, you guys. I think I do very well. Thank you, Heatherly. I'm glad that the community is growing. Understand that if you have WhatsApp on your phone, we've got a community for you. It's an amazing community. The friends that you don't have, that you wish you had, they're inside of Co-Create Oneness. The link to the groups are on my page. I don't work. This is my work. So I'll give you a secret into my life. I've chosen to take a check. I've been taking care of my mom since I was 15. In Colorado, they'll pay you for that, because if you don't do it, they're going to be paying a lot more to a company. So I'm taking a check, and I'm using that check to build businesses. It's not a lot, but it's enough to pay up. My bills are $800. It's way more than $800. So I'm using the money to take the necessary steps I need to invest the money. What's my business? My story, my impact. I help people wake up to their power. Someone spoke words to me, and it changed my life instantly. On a YouTube video, Jake Ducey. It's on my page. I just made a duet with it. He taught me how to pray. Most people pray from pay attention to my tagline. Those that have. Most people pray from a place of, please, God, I don't have this, and I'm broke, and I need money, and I don't have any health, and will you please heal me? And it's from a place of not having. How do you reverse that? Thank you, God, for the large sums of money that flow to me quickly and easily through multiple sources on a continuous basis. I give you my true gifts, Lord. I am so thankful that I get to live a life of purpose, to fulfill a destiny that you've placed in my heart, something that pulls me out of bed. When you pray from a place of lack and limitation, not having, your prayer isn't reaching the right frequency, and so it's not getting answered. And there's a lot more I've learned that goes with that, God's action and your action are intertwined. And in order for God's action, in order for God to work in your life, these two channels have to be in alignment. Your actions and your plans. Like you have to say, what you're saying with your mouth has to line up with what you're doing. This is the fourth time, brother, so consider yourself blocked now. Like, what the fuck? This guy, can you believe people? Doesn't that show you where awareness is? When you have people that only follow you to show up on something that you do to help people to fucking troll you. That's like the fourth time Mikey Mouse, or whatever has showed up here. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, I feel like we still have some people in here right now that are there for that reason, that are here for that reason, and that should speak to you. You're hurting. You have some pain in your life. You don't understand what guilt is. Guilt means you've violated your own highest ideals. That you've got some values, you violate them, and you continue to violate them, and so you feel this emotion of guilt. You don't even know it. Because emotions can be unconscious, subconscious, unaware. It takes awareness in order to wake up from your slumber. Okay, so where were we? Yeah, the book. Flow states. Gotta love flow states, man. When you've been speaking something for so long and continuously studying, for the past 3 years of my life, personal growth has been 5 hours of my day. The first 5 hours. Waking up at least 4 o'clock. Some days it's 6. The goal most days is 4 a.m. Waking up, going to the gym, meditating, reading. Not just reading things about trading, reading things about the things I'm trying to master, right? Working towards mastery, 10,000 hours. I'm 3 years ahead of most people. But now that the results are coming, and I'm like, fuck, I believe in myself. I know I have something to give someone else. Those that have. To those that have, more will be given. To those that have not, that which you have will be taken away. Brandon, you're doing a horrible job, bro. Horrible job. Horrible job, man. Let's speak on the job thing for 2 minutes. Do you think people need a job to survive? Job is here. As long as you keep a job, you're at the bottom of the hierarchy. Yeah, I believe that the hate helps in my content with the comments and the tension that people do at the videos, but not in here. This is the place where I teach to the best of my ability, and I'm learning. It's all experienced in story. It requires you guys taking notes. It requires your attention and your intention. But I'm a changed man from inside, and I have a vision, a very vivid vision, that I'm fucking tunnel visioned and treading towards. Like, I want that for you. I want that for you. It makes life amazing to be pulled out of bed by this thing you know is coming. You know, it's like, I did this. I'm going to end homelessness, and I'm going to, you know, and that's part of the ego. But how can I fucking make up for all of the shitty things that I've done as a drug addict? This is where it's coming from. I've always been a compassionate person, even inside the dope house at the Motel 6 when there's 9 other crackheads in the room and I'm the one giving out everything. I know my heart, and it's a gift. Wake up to your gifts. Are you overly empathetic? That's a gift. Do people call you a crybaby? That's a gift. Realize that fucking what people think about you doesn't make a flying fuck. You can make your own determination about, is this a bad thing or a good thing? Like, are you experiencing negative circumstances and consequences because of the behavior, the thought, the feeling? And if you're not, really just ask yourself, is it getting you closer to your goal? In order for you to ask that question, you have to have some goals. Comment down below what your goals are. We just hit New Year's. Anybody got resolutions? You shouldn't be setting them right now. It's winter. Set your goals for the new year when the year starts in March. You have to realize everything in your world right now is a trick. You're being deceived. But the Matrix is cracking, baby! I feel it in my soul. You can't stop Andrew Tate because he's fucking exposing you for what you are. The same thing I will do with this fucking 12-step recovery bullshit. The propaganda behind the entire treatment industry will crumble under the work of me. This is a video journal, if I may remind you guys. Like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. Fucking scared as fuck, man. Hey, man, what I'm doing is letting you see my emotions in order to make myself vulnerable. You are a master of your emotions. Most people are just asleep to the fact. You can change your emotion at any given time, and there should be no shame or guilt around it. It's not mood, it's being a master of your emotions. I can turn the tears on whenever I want to get my point across. I can smile, I can fucking get angry, but I know how to use that anger in the face of evil. Are you a slave to your emotions with your moods? Or do you choose to behave a certain way no matter how you feel? You quit smoking? Hell yeah, Heather Lee. I still do a little vaping, but there's no shame and guilt around why I do what I do, and I understand why I do it. And I also understand this very important fact from observing nature. If you plant something in the ground and hold a water hose over it for a few days, what's going to happen? Comment down below. What's going to happen if you just pour the element of life all over this plant? So what's that tell you? That too much of anything is not a good thing. And so what that tells me is temperance does not mean abstinence. And if every animal in nature likes altering their mind through different aphrodisiacs and different catnips and whatnot, then why is there so much shame and guilt around humans doing it? Do you use it as a weapon against you, or do you use it as a tool to help you take the right decisions? I go to the gym every single day and I try really fucking hard because of the things that I use. Whereas before it was a process of numbing. A weapon. You smoke a couple a day. Hey, I want to admire you for doing what you just did. That took courage. That took courage. You just called yourself out on your bullshit. And I want to applaud it. I got chill bumps all over me. That is what you have to do. You have to continuously remind that egotistical liar that this is not how we operate. So many times in the past 3 years, I've looked at myself in the mirror and said, you shouldn't have fucking said that, you idiot. What the fuck were you thinking yelling at your mother like that? Like, you have to get yourself in check. And a little bit of love and hate. Nicely show your subconscious mind that this is what we want. This is the behavior we want to build neuroplasticity around, subconscious mind. I gave my subconscious mind a name. Guess what it is? Dan Wilkes. And so, guess what? When everybody calls me Dan, they're addressing the mind that I programmed with I am statements. By talking to my subconscious mind and calling him out, Dan, hey, Dan, this is it. This is what we want to do. This is going to help you get there. Analyzing and being critical of every single thing of my life. How I treat my family, how I fucking go to the gym and don't try hard, or the attitude that I bring to the table, how I treat my cat when he doesn't do what I want him to do, how I treat my dog when she goes out and rolls in shit. It's like I started paying attention to every single fucking thing that I was doing to further my fucking folly. What's up, dude? What's up? You guys, this is 4 days in a row that I felt like I was in a flow state the entire fucking time. And it's magical. It's magical. Point 3. Perfect. All day. Nice to people. Doing the small things. Taking the cart back because I'm not impatient. Picking the trash up because I know it would help the earth. Holding a door open for someone and smiling at them because I know that love will penetrate their soul. I love you. Thanks for loving the shirt. I dig it too. I'm going to buy like 25 more of them and wear them every live. Actually, I think I'm going to make an Amazon wish list, and as my following grows, I'll say, hey guys, you want to contribute to the evolution of what I'm trying to do here? This is the attire I'm trying to you know what I mean? Like, just stop being so fucking afraid of what people think. Do it because A, it'll get you closer, or don't do it because B, it will get you further away. I love you too. I hope that y'all remember that this is me disciplining me. Everything I'm teaching you, I'm living in my life. And I'm the best I've ever been. My mom sees it. She's walking again. My dog is losing weight. It's a ripple effect into everything that breathes life. When you live on this frequency, Jesus tries to teach you that happy, blessed, it means happy, blessed. So he's just trying, it's saying that the kingdom of heaven is in the midst of you, and it can be heaven or it could be hell. Depending on What you focus on. How do I know that? What makes me think that? Because I'm not a literal believer in the things that happen. Because there's no, that's subjective really. But even if it can be proven that it happened, how does it help you? Unless you take the story of it. The story. Your story is the reason your life isn't changing. Write the next chapter. So you look at the story of Jesus, and he suffered through pain, and he never once said that he was God. He said, I and the Father are one. The Father is greater than I. The Father within me does the work. In the midst of thee. And they fucking hung him on a cross. If it's anything that we're a part of with the church, it's deceit. That's what they did. They hung him on a cross, and they said, now we're going to make the entire world worship him. It's not him. It's what he was connected to. He's trying to teach you that you're the fucking power. He taught the disciples how to heal. He said, get out of the boat, Peter, walk on the water. That means get curious. That means you can't experience the fruits of life in the fucking boat. I truly believe that we are the objectifiers of the subjective universe. We're the ones. Look at our world. Everything in it is better because of us. Animals survive. They're not going extinct. We're making a little trash, but we're figuring out how to clean it up. It's not so fucking bad. It's L-I-V-E-E-V-I-L. There's chaos, and then there's the orderers of the chaos. And that's who we are. Wake up to it. Nothing in this world is in a tangible, symmetrical form. What would be the language to use? Unless we first thought it in our mind and then built it with our hands. And we're the only species that can do that. So as soon as you stop saying, God, please, God, and you realize that the reason you even pray like this is because you're speaking to your fucking heart. Your heart started beating in the 3rd week of pregnancy. Because your heart beats, your entire body was formed. So quite literally, your creator lives inside your chest, and that creator inside of it has 40,000 sensory neurites, a network of neurons in the heart that think by feeling. And when you realize that consciousness is warring against the way that I feel, so if the two make peace, then I can move the mountains. If the way that I'm thinking can make peace with the way that I feel inside, I can move the mountains. Let me give you the secret. Words are an expression of thought. Out of 8,700,000 species of plant and animal life, we're the only ones that can speak. It says, in the beginning, God said, let there be light. A magician enchanting, casting magic. It's done by the enchantment. Abracadabra, I create what I speak. Open sesame, the rock opens because of the word. How do you change the way you feel? You ever said, I don't feel like it? Fuck, man, I don't want to go to the fucking gym. I don't fucking feel like it. How do you change that? How do you move past that? Because you know going to the gym's getting you closer to where you want to be. How do you change it? Two options. Get a pen and a pad. Put it on sticky notes. Put it on your visor in your car. Put it on your mirror in your bathroom. I want you to remember this. You have free will and the ability to speak. Language. So free will and language. Those are your gifts, human. Those are your powers. They make you one with the Father. Your ability to think imaginatively and speak. If you use them, entwine, they will change the way that you feel. So it takes the awareness to say, fuck, I'm in that state where I fucking don't want to. I need to take 5 minutes. And I'm going to show you what to do, okay? You ready? I'm going to show you what to do. Ready? Let's do this, all right? Do it with me. Close your eyes. You don't even have to do this. I do it for comfort. You have sutras in your nose. And when you can feel them, if you really feel. When you breathe in through your nose really, really hard, that's sutras. I got to go blow my nose real quick. All right, when you use them to breathe, they're filtering the air, making it pure. And it's also the way your nasal cavity goes. So the air is going up, around, and down the spine where it needs to be, in deep. So when you breathe like this. Push. Push at the end. Extend the exhale to be longer than the inhale. And push. It only takes 5 minutes. And you keep doing it. And you keep your focus for 5 motherfucking minutes on your breath. If you need to, set a timer. You don't need anything. Your mind can wander. As long as you're focused on that breath. That's how you know you're always with the Father. Because you're breathing. The universe, you ever heard a camera out, the audio from space? It sounds like breath. Why do you think your eyes look like this? You are a mirror image of the universe. I got chill bumps all over my body. I understand, man. I understand, man. I want to bring so many people with me. Like, just continue to watch me. And if that's egotistical, man, see, my brain's trying to say, well, fucking look at your egotistical ass. And I'm like, well, there's a part of me speaking right now that I know is in tune with the Father. You got to do more than just the breath. What the breath is going to do, my friends, is take you out of a beta brainwave state where the amygdala is spinning with fear. This is the neuroscience of it. So that you understand that I'm studied and practiced. I'm a practitioner of what I'm trying to teach you. Your amygdala is spinning with the anxiety and and I don't want to do it. Okay. The breath is going to take you out of that, and it's going to help your frequency drift into alpha. Alpha is where you're conscious of being, but you're relaxed. The body, which has a mind of its own, is asleep. So look at it like this. The more awake you are, the more... wait a minute. Is that a good analogy? Does that make sense? If the body's asleep, you can think more clearly. Does that make sense? How can I reverse that? Help me out, Brandon. I hope that you're getting it. Let me know if you're not. So yeah, dropping the effort of doing the breathing and focusing on it takes you out of a brainwave frequency of beta and helps you get down into alphas, where you're cool, you're calm, you're collected, you're connected to the Father. This is where you combine your ability to speak with the frequency of theta and alpha. That's where the Father resides. The subconscious mind resides on a frequency of theta. Alpha's like right there at the door of it. The door's open. Okay? So now you can practice affirmations. If you're a female, I want you write this down. Write this down. If you're a female, there's a specific reason why I want you to study this specific thing, because you're a female. Because this woman changed. She's the introduction to new thought. She's where the law of attraction and all this jumbo even came from. Like Florence Scovel Shinn. She'll change your life. You'll be entertained while reading her books. What was I getting at? With the women. Affirmations. Let's see, hang on. Every one of her books has some really good affirmations. Wow. Health. Affirmations for health. I deny fatigue. I got chill bumps all over my body. I deny fatigue. You have to read it like this. Remember, the enchantment from a magician, it doesn't work without the emotion behind it. So you can't say, I deny fatigue, for there's nothing to tire me. You get it? I deny fatigue, for there is nothing to tire me. I live in the kingdom of eternal joy and absorbing interests. My body is the body electrified, timeless and tireless, birthless and deathless. It's got all kinds of them. That wasn't a good one as I thought it would be. Maybe it was. Let's see. Before I called, I was answered, and I now gather in the harvest of my endless supply. I mean, and so you pick you some affirmations. What do you want to be? I am a published, thank you God, I'm a published author, and I wrote a book, and I got a publishing contract from Dorrance Publishing. So it's small time. I can tell you why it doesn't happen quickly. If God gives you $1 million, you better fucking become a millionaire quickly, or you're gonna lose the money. I'm learning. I'm developing the habits. There are habits behind why rich people stay rich. You should read one every day. Dude, so while you're in that brainwave state, y'all hear me preach mine every day. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe, for the large sums of money that flow to me quickly and easily through multiple sources on a continuous basis. I give you my true gifts with love. And I know that I'm wonderfully blessed financially. It feels amazing to serve a life with purpose. That's it. I say it over and over and over and over and over and over. Thousands of times. I've got it in a sleep hypnosis. So, Anna, welcome in. I see you in there. I see your little purple S. You should put a picture up. I want to see what you look like. Show the world what you look like. There are people, thousands of people that look like you. when people follow you for so long because you're consistent, that's a beautiful feeling. I've been serving for 3 years. You could say, you're not very good at this, dude. I'm becoming good at it. Wow, almost 9,000 likes. Oh my God. Fuck. It's amazing. You've got 6 years. Celebrate. Woo-hoo. Hey, that's a big accomplishment. How does it feel? Dude, I need your guys' back. I need you to have my back on my content, man. Because what I'm preaching is emotional for people. A lot of people are attached to those steps. It's because of how the dogma's presented. It's pumped into your mind so you can imagine all the neuroplasticity of these people that have been going to the meetings for five days a week for 30 years. It's their life. And so exposing it is going to make a lot of people mad. But it's the reason why there's a treatment industry and not a cure for addiction. How's it going, Bri? Welcome back in, my friend. You conquer. Yes. You're getting it, man. Asking you a question. What do you do? KC Hudson, welcome in. I am a coach, part-time. I'm a woke. Not a part of woke culture. I mean that all I focus on is me. And because of the practice of self-love, I'm able to love intensely other people and teach people. And so I have a WhatsApp group that I'm building, a community. It's got 75 people strong and people that are participating more every day. It works for people when you participate. We do roll calls, so you talk about your failures and your victories and your worries and your fears, and you just tell the group what you're going through. And the rules are, if you've experienced or overcome something, if there's any negative in a roll call, then you comment, you share, we help each other. You can use video, microphone, message, and that's the only time. So there's never a floor that needs to be given for someone to speak. And so innovating what's already there. Why does 12-step recovery work? Because of community. Because of people being there and saying, I love you and I understand you and I know what you're going through. But there's also an ego there that drives the people that want the floor. You ever said something in a meeting and then everybody's like, oh yeah. That gives you a fucking feed to your ego. And so you want more of it. You want to do it more often. You shouldn't be teaching people if you haven't overcome something, if you're not a changed person. You shouldn't sit there and speak, well, yeah, God bless the Lord, and I think my life's better because, I woke up and I didn't take a drink today. Like, come on, bro, shut the fuck up. So what the group does is it gives us the community worldwide and the ability to truly grow together. Co-create oneness. It'll replace 12-step recovery. Watch! Fucking watch. One, it's a network of coaches willing to help addicts and homeless people. It's needed. A sponsor in 12-step recovery is someone that's supposed to know what he's doing, right? A coach trained and on a journey of personal growth where they're doing exactly what they're teaching the others is a coach. And with coaches, addiction ends immediately. There are no triggers. When you understand neuroscience and the reason why your brain has circuits thinking and going off in a certain way while you're receiving the same redundant thoughts. You understand how to change it. What's my name? Dan. My name is Danny. Welcome in, Mother Ace. You guys really check out my community. It's growing. When we reach a 257, I think is the number. When we reach that many, I'll pay the premium version and we'll keep growing. But it's end-to-end encrypted. I have moderators monitoring everything that is said. There's nothing that you can say wrong. Don't post any nude pictures, and don't hate on anybody. Don't criticize anybody. The number one rule inside of Co-Create Oneness is no blaming, no shaming, no criticizing. That's it. All of the energy is focused on the Father within. Hey, someone you invited came in right now? Hell yeah, Brandon. Keep working at it, bro. You're amazing. I'm sorry if I cracked on you earlier. You probably weren't paying very much attention, were you? You probably got on the live, set it down, said, I'm going to be right back. And then I came back. That is boldly and grossly false, Danny. Coaching won't solve addiction immediately. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. It does. It's working already. Actually, well, first off, addiction has to be solved by the person that's addicted. Addiction is, let's define addiction, my friend. Addiction is a set of bad habits, attitudes, perceptions, and behaviors. Let's go over that again. Addiction involves a set of bad habits, attitudes, perceptions, and behaviors that you've done so often and so long that the neurocircuitry built up in it is like your handwriting. It's like you writing with your left hand, but you can't write with your right hand. That's what it's like. No neurocircuitry, neurocircuitry. Okay, that's all an addiction is. And with coaching, a daily relationship, actually coaching and community, right? Coaching and community. A group of people focused on growth, evolution, and coaching each other. This is what I did. It fucked me up. I'm completely vulnerable. Don't make fun of me. But here's what I did, and I fucking failed, and it sucked, and I was like, duh, but I learned this. You get it? Don't tell me it ain't working, bro. Mute yourself. There's many Reiki, there's a Reiki master in our group. Her name's Rachel Hilliard, and she just got her life coaching certification. My very first client, Rachel Hilliard, quit methadone in like a month after doing what I was recommending. Notice how I'm not saying after listening to me, after she started listening to me, her life changed. No. She put in the work because I said, this is what I did, and this is what you could do. And if you do it, I could almost guarantee that if you do, you'll experience the same result. They did. I supported them along the way. I got a friend named Rebecca. She's down to almost no Suboxone. She's been cutting her strips and cutting pieces off because I told her 1% a day. Prepare yourself. What's up, Steven? I love you, brother. How are you doing? How's the fam? We, right? We. Way more important than I. I am not going to revolutionize the recovery industry. We have to do it. Why fucking cure something immediately that you can treat for a lifetime? And why am I crying right now? Because my mom takes a lot of medicine, man. Whew. Sorry. She takes a shot in her stomach right now that I know that the doctor's probably making. The medicine's $1,500 for a month shot. So Medicaid pays for it, and I know the doctor's making a killing. The work of Dr. Joe Dispenza. You are the placebo. Breaking the habit. I just posted a video about it. Go watch it. Learn the work of these people that have spent a lifetime trying to show you how your mind works. And if you'll do it, you'll fix all the problems in your life because you'll understand why you feel shitty when you do feel shitty and how to change it. You're the problem and the solution, my friends. My goal, my mission is to help people paint their own vision. Not even assist them in that, but get them to. And then show them how fucking easy it is to obtain that vision when you develop the habits around it. 10,000 hours. It takes the average human 10 years. You've got 5 more of those if you're my age, right? Like, come on, bro. How many levels? You've got time. You're just not using it right. When I'm sad and crying and feel down, I'll come to your page, watch some of your videos. I'm sorry, bro. Thanks, man. Hang on a minute. All right, here comes the snot. If I were to ever make a blooper reel, I would cut out all the times that I go do that. This is very, very important to me that you change your life. We're just now reaching 8 billion people, my friends. 8's a very significant number. It's why I say co-create oneness. So let's talk about it. Come on, nose. Act right, dude. How y'all like my... I look like Wayne from Wayne's World, huh? Party on, Wayne. Party on, Garth. I'm not ashamed. I know what you mean, though. Like, yeah, look, because I got ducked away. It's like part of me feels like you shouldn't be doing that right now. You should be, doing something else. But you saying that to me, man, just touched a nerve, bro. Thank you. That's my goal. People are so quick to say, what the fuck do you know? What are you doing, motherfucker? Because I'm putting in the work, and it's working. So why do I speak so much about it? Because it's fucking working. Is it working for you? Right? All right, let's get this laptop on real quick. Party on, Wayne. Man, 11,800 likes, dude. Showing men how to feel emotion and show compassion. Sister. Friends for life, Anna. Friends for life. One day we'll meet up. One day there will be a co-create oneness retreat, a meetup. It'll probably be after 10 years of me trying to manifest this, but it'll be when we're in the thousands. The vision is there, my friends. We're changing our lives together. Like, this is just the beginning. Jump on board. It's free. I'm not charging anything. I'm not trying to get money out of you. I love the people that come on my content to say, fraud! Oh, he's trying to sell a program! You fucking kidding me? Show me the program then, buddy. All right, let me get the book up that I'm writing. It takes a minute to read some of the stuff, but I've read the stuff at the beginning is really, really good. I wrote it a few months ago, and I've shared it many times. But the first chapter is what I wrote that I'm going to share. But I kind of feel like I want to share you the vision of this. Hang on. The number 8 was the point that I had just made. About we're just now reaching 8 billion people. We're in the age of Aquarius. The matrix is cracking, and now is the time. 8. Damn it. I'm reversed. 8. You've been sober since 2000? High five, dude. Fuck yeah. I don't even use that word sober. My goal wasn't to be sober. It was to be able to have my mind and what I like to. And I do. Reedsy.com. Yeah, I gotta take that off. That's whew. Get it? No. I'll bring it back in just a minute. Log in. Just real quick. Sorry. Log in. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Your support means the world to me. My books. Wow, I got 4 that I'm working on. What do you know? Right. The Complete Recovery Blueprint. Why is it a blueprint? Let's talk about that. I'm writing a book called The Complete Recovery Blueprint. Blueprints can be tailored to and customized. It involves your vision of the future and your goals. And then the habits that you have to form around that in order to have those goals manifest. The Complete Recovery Blueprint. So I want to read you the epigraph. I'm sorry. Not the epigraph. So first, let me point out that this book, really quick, this book is written in third person and first person. And the story behind the book is they took out Jimmy Kinnon, the creator of Narcotics Anonymous. I think that the Masonic Order hijacks it. They're not going to hijack mine because mine's like the blockchain. It involves people. You can't change us all. You can't trap us all. So, you know, if the Masonic Order got a hold of Bill Wilson, you know, his spiritual awakening happened from LSD, not the program. And then Jimmy Kinnon had to get permission to create this program from the organization. So had to get permission. And so he used to have a yellow and a white pamphlet. Those two carry color frequencies, yellow and white, the color of light. It's great. It's enlivening. Is that a word? And this, I mean, look at the color. Look at the color. We'll get more into that. Hang on just a second. This was supposed to be a quick point. It's written in third and first person with things like, the material for this book was drawn from the personal experience of addicts within the fellowship. Actually, it's hundreds of addicts. And they wrote in anonymously to give you this content. You'll notice that they capitalize words that don't need to be capitalized. That's Masonic Order. Understand that. Literature World Service Committee. Are you kidding me? Or conference? World Services Conference. Literature Subcommittee is what I'm pointing out. Okay, who are they? What's their names? Let's move on. We cannot change the nature of the addict or addiction. That's a great fucking start, huh? Great way to start overcoming addiction is to say we cannot change the nature of it. Bullshit. We can help to change the old, Once an addict, always an addict, by striving to make recovery more available. Recovery has an end date. It's a process. It's already readily available. When someone says, I'm fucked up, there should be a pathway to get unfucked up. This is not it. All right, this book is the shared experience of the fellowship. Once again, the entire book, written in third and first person. Meaning, what's that mean, Dan? What is that? Why is that so powerful? Well, when you read something in repetition, over and over again, and I and we statements, you are thinking to yourself. And repetitious thought becomes subconscious program. Your actions, your habits. And so when you read off of laminated note cards, these ideas that are not based in any kind of science, the addiction disease model has been it's not accepted. It's not a disease. If it's not a disease, here's why it's considered a disease. If it's not a disease, Big Pharma can't give you Suboxone and Methadone. If it's not a disease, there's no medicine for it. So, let's just move on really quick. I was supposed to do this quick. I'm sorry. You got to understand this. There's 30 of you and you're paying attention, so I really want you to understand. Get the book. Read it for yourself. Don't listen to me. Come up with your own understanding. But realize why everyone attacks me for teaching what I teach. Motherfucker. It's because of this. It even says we can examine and re-examine our old ideas. We constantly improve our old ideas. Then where's the innovation? That's why it's dogma. It hasn't been changed in 100 years. What would happen why would we be talking on video to each other, or would we be on a flip phone if not for change, evolution, innovation? And there's the thing that really, really gets me right here. Read it. Anybody want to read it besides me? Based on our experience, we believe. Who? Who? You didn't tell me who. It's not. You don't have an author listed. We believe that every addict, everybody's addicted to something, including the potential addict. And here's the word you want to underline 3 times. Suffers. That should be put on a shirt. We believe that every addict, including the potential addict, suffers. Close the book. From an incurable disease of not just body, but mind and spirit. You can't cure it. That's a hell of a belief. And belief becomes reality. I used to say belief precedes reality. It's my own quote. Belief becomes reality. Read it again, Casey. When you read things, you're in beta consciousness. So it doesn't sink in until like the 3rd or 4th time read. Fact. You read a book, take a test on it. See how much you retained from that. Read it again. Think about how long it takes most people to read the book. 3-4 months. Read the book and read it again. Because what you're going to notice is it goes back into, let's travel backward now to this fuck the we. We admitted we're powerless over our addiction and our life is unmanageable. And in the very second step, we came to believe that a power outside of ourself is going to restore us to sanity. That implies that you were insane, actually. And the power, the word power, it's capitalized. And that's what you want to pay attention to. It shouldn't be capitalized. But the Masonic order likes to denote power. The fellowship. the power. You're the power. Free will and language. So let's travel back here to the stories from the people that they don't name. Fucking kidding me? It's like disgusting. Like, you trying to teach people something? That's dogmatic. That's just like the church saying, this is the word of God. Eat it. This is it. It can't be changed. But you left out thousands of other books. Discredited them. How is it the word of God when a human being wrote it? It's because of story. We are the objective experience of the universe. We have to experience good and evil. We cannot have one or the other. Except up here. So where's the kingdom of heaven? Within. If all hell surrounds you, you can still be in heaven in your mind. Let me find that specific story I was talking about. Wow, great job of turning a short point into a 30-minute rant. But it's a very important rant. Here we go. Here's out of somebody's personal experience. No matter how many times you relapse, NA still takes you back. That's the NA program. NA doesn't kick you out. Instead, we're here for you. Oh, thanks. If I'm part of their NA program, I'm inevitable to relapse. But why? No matter how many times you relapse. Read that again. Read it again. Hey, this is my favorite story out of the NA book. Blah, 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 blah. No matter. Behavior. So, all right. Now that you know the reasons behind the NA book and how it was constructed, and it's on the forefront of your mind, I want to read to you the opening preface of my book. And I want your opinion. Is it clever and like a smack in the face, like I want it to be? Or is it like, let me know. So, thanks for listening, guys. And gals, if gals don't like to be called guys, you're part of the guys. So we're guys. All right, the book you are about to read contains a system for complete recovery from any addictive substance. Co-Create Oneness and its members are committed to creating a culture of addiction recovery devoid of stigma and dogma. We know that recovery has an end date. We believe that the path differs with each individual, but it all involves a change in habits. Because of the wide variety of chemical addictions available to us, the need for a definite path to complete recovery is needed. The Complete Recovery Blueprint addresses this need. Blueprints can be used to build entire neighborhoods. Blueprints can be personalized. Blueprints are used for building... I get what I was saying. Blueprints are used for building, my friend. You must start by digging down and laying a foundation. Lay a solid foundation and begin building your new life. This book will serve as your guide. Your ability to recover is dependent on your vision of the future. The power to defeat your addiction is already inside of you. Let's wake you up to that power. You excited for this? Take your attention from being imprisoned and begin to feel yourself to be free. Feel it to the point where it's natural. And the very second you do so, those prison bars will dissolve. You can apply the principles in this text to any problem, any trauma. I have seen people who were in debt up to their ears apply these principles, and in the twinkling of an eye, debts that were mountainous were removed. I've seen people whom doctors had given up as incurable move their attention from their problem or disease and immediately begin to feel themselves to be well again, despite the evidence from their senses to the contrary. In no time at all, the so-called incurable disease vanished and left no scar. Your answer to whom do you say that I am, whether it be I am addict or I am recovered, ever determines your expression. As long as you are conscious of being addicted, imprisoned, diseased, or poor, so long will you continue to outwardly express these conditions in your life. Hey, Mom. My mom just joined y'all. Hi, Mom. Love you. You are healed from your problem the moment you touch the solution of it, your vision. Here's some scripture for you. Who has touched me? For I perceive virtue has gone out of me. It's beautiful. Virtue being expressed because of you. Your vision is your path to recovery. Imagination. Yes, the day you touch this being within you, feeling yourself to be cured or healed, virtues will come out of your very self and solidify themselves in your world as healing. And so now claim, I am recovered. Say it with me. I am recovered. It feels amazing to be recovered. I'm so happy and thankful that I'm recovered. And you're going to express that in your life. Mama, she types real slow, but if she could comment and say, I'm not walking, I wasn't walking, and because of my vision and my belief of it, and my hard work, which is the way that God acts. Your vision and your action is how God acts in your life. Now she's walking again. The mountain is moving. So our symbol, stupid. Let me show you what it says in theirs so you get why I'm about to write what I'm writing. All sorts of esoteric and occult connotations can be found in the outlines of our symbol, but foremost in the minds, and there you go again, a word that doesn't need to be capitalized, the fellowship. And there are other unseen parts to our symbol. All right, so now we got this. Smack them right in the face. The symbol for co-create oneness is rooted in Pythagorean numerology. It has no occult or esoteric connotations found in its simple design. It was meant to be fully understood by a straightforward explanation of its parts. There are no unseen portions and hidden meanings to our symbol. The number 8 is generally considered to be an auspicious number in numerology. Remember, we just reached 8 billion people. That's very significant. Commonly related to luck and fortune, number 8 is actually, Number 8 is commonly related to luck and fortune. Actually, the square of an odd number, -1, is always a multiple of 8. For example, 9 minus 1 is 8. 25 minus 1 is 8 times 3. 49 minus 1 is 8 times 6. It can be proven mathematically. In ancient Babylonian myth, there were 7 spheres plus an eighth realm. And that was in the fixed stars where the gods lived and thrived. As a result, 8 is often associated with paradise. Muslims believe that there are 7 hells, but 8 paradises, signifying God's mercy. In Buddhism, 8 is a lucky number because of the 8 petals of the lotus flower, which is a plant associated with luck in India and a beloved Buddhist symbol. If you look closely at the design, you will notice that the symbol is comprised of 2 8s that combine together. One 8 is not complete without the other, hence co-create. If heaven is to be manifested permanently on earth, it will take the combined efforts of the collective. The circle in the middle represents that collective and mankind's unique ability to express our thoughts verbally. Out of 8,700,000 species of plant and animal life here on earth, human beings are the only ones capable of expressing the inner workings of our imagination with the spoken or written word. Language can be the most powerful tool or the most destructive weapon. The foundation of our recovery is dependent on mastering the language we use for communicating to ourselves, others, and to the universe. Language is an expression of thought, and thought is electric energy. Spoken word is like magic because the body, or subconscious mind, must respond to thought with chemical feeling. Thought electric, body's response is chemical, feeling. These are your emotions. We will always feel and behave the way that we think and speak. The 9 eyelashes of the symbol represent the 9 steps of the Co-Create Oneness Complete Recovery Blueprint, which is a process of healing and renewal that can be tailored to each unique individual's needs and goals. This book contains our system, a system that works 100% of the time if you fully commit to the system. Commit yourself practically to this book, and recovery is inevitable. I'm sharing with you a book that I'm writing to answer your question, Mike. My lips are so chapped, I need to get my Comex. Alright, getting hot again. Now that you understand the symbol and what I'm trying to replace 12-step recovery with, because it's more beautiful and it involves evolution and growth and not dogma and tradition. First chapter. So the first part of the book, it's 5 parts. The first part of it is dedicated to what I call weapons and tools, and helping you understand what a weapon is and what a tool is. And actually, these 9 things, the first 9 chapters, are the weapons that you're either using against yourself or the tools that you're using to help yourself. They go hand in hand. A weapon can be used as a tool, and a tool can be used as a weapon. This chapter is designed to help you teach, is designed to teach you that your habitual thinking and imagery fashion your destiny. Your subconscious programming either traps you or it frees you. The first step in changing your future is healing the past. I've seen miracles happen to men and women from all walks of life. Quote. This is a quote. I've seen miracles happen to men and women from all walks of life all over the world. Miracles will happen to you too when you begin using the magical power of your subconscious mind. As a man thinketh in his subconscious mind, so is he. 33. That's a very significant number. It's good. It's good. Thank you, Father. All right. Welcome in, powerful human. I can tell you're strong and eager to learn. Do you want to know how I know that? There are so many reasons I can give you right now that would hint at the power you possess. But if you are addicted, then we both know a taste is never enough. Like that? I love it. I love it so much I want to say it again. That came from my heart. There are so many reasons I can give you to hint at the power you possess. But if you're addicted, then we both know that a taste, a hint, is never enough. The entire first part of this book is devoted to teaching you about the powers you have inside of you, how you can use them, and how they can be used against you. If you want to learn how to harness these powers, then let's not waste any time. Out of everything in the world that we have in abundance, time is not included. It is the only thing that we struggle most to find more of. This section of the book is dedicated to ensuring that you not only understand your powers, but that you also know how to wield them. That's right, I said powers. Plural. You have quite a few. But power that is not used is only potential power. We are about to turn your potential powers into kinetic energy. Remember what Uncle Ben said. With great power comes great responsibility. You might add that great power can be used to build up or break down. Anything that is a tool can be used as a weapon, and vice versa. Constructive tools can be used as destructive weapons. It is your choice, however. You cannot simply do nothing. Indecision is still a decision. If you do not use these powers, and wisely at that, they will use you. If you do not choose to harness and use these powers for your own good, they will continue to enslave you. Human beings are creatures of habit. Habits are your programs, your conditioned behavior. Thank you. Your reactions and responses, programs. They include everything that you think, say, and do most often. Repetition, repetition, repetition is how we develop our habits. Consistent, daily doing. Habits are not easily formed, and they die even harder. If you understand what I've said previously about your subconscious mind, congratulations, you have a shot. Even if you don't, there's plenty of shots in this book. Don't sweat it. What you are about to do is challenging. But you are not powerless. You are powerful. The challenge makes you stronger. The resistance is what gives you your strength. If a tree is grown to maturity indoors and then taken outdoors and replanted in the ground without any stakes, without any support, a small breeze could come along and tump it over. This is because the root system of the tree was established indoors, where there was no resistance. Blowing winds force young saplings to stretch their roots deep into the earth, so that they will withstand heavier and heavier winds. Strong character is shaped by adversity. If it just so happens that you have suffered enough in the past that you are ready to choose change and challenge over stagnation and suffering, then I am confident that I can guide you down the path to freedom. Notice that I did not say recovery. You are not here to live a lifestyle of recovery. The word recovery implies that you lost something. That is not the case. You are here to defeat a mental illness known as addiction. Have no fear. This book holds the complete remedy. What we are, what we want, and what we will be are all the same thing. I'm going to say that again. What we are, what we want, and what we will be are all the same thing. Energy. You are in a constant state of being and becoming. The ego likes to be. The heart of you, the desires of the Father, that's what they want, that's becoming. If the two make peace, then you move the mountains. To those that have. It's all the same thing, energy. You haven't lost anything but the sight of your aim. Turn now from your complaints. Leave blaming and shaming outside and let us begin to revision. Re-see your life, how you want it to be, as if it were already so. A bumpy road lies ahead, but I promise I have an arsenal of weapons to help you battle the enemy and a warehouse of tools to help you build your new life. Each chapter in this part of the book will begin with a short description of the weapon or tool serving as topic, and then proceed to give you an example, story, or reference of it being used in history. Because if we don't understand our history, because if we don't understand our history, we are doomed to repeat it. It's good. All right. Following that, I will explain to you how it can be used as a weapon against you. I may also show you how it is used against you in the world of modern day addiction recovery. Lastly, I will teach you how to use this weapon as a tool to improve your quality of life. 33 again. It's a beautiful sign when you see a synchronicity, especially 33. Shit. Sorry. This is very emotional for me. It's my life's work. Okay, where was it? Previously, I mentioned that we are creatures of habit. Those habits are stored in our subconscious minds. The subconscious is the seat of habit, the Father. Your consciousness, or rather, what you are conscious of being, is the Son. Now you understand what is meant by Jesus when he proclaims, I and the Father are one. what his vision is, what he sees for the world, what he's trying to teach to people, and the energy inside of him helping him manifest it are one. Yes, I know I'm using a religious reference. Before we go any further, let me free you from the burden of religion. I will use many references to various ancient texts in this book. I understand Scripture to be a story. These stories and references are nothing to argue about. They are subjective. Stories are used to teach lessons, gain insight, and learn morality. The Bible, then, and any other ancient text is simply a psychological drama taking place in the mind of man. Any scripture, any religion for that matter, are lessons to be learned, insights to be gained, and morals to adopt. The only product of deep reflection is a deeper understanding and improved quality of life. The only product of deep reflection is a deeper understanding and an improved quality of life. This is my book, Anna. I'm writing this right now and choosing to share it with you guys. I don't use scripture to represent... I don't use scripture to represent my ideas because I am Christian. I reference ancient text in confidence that the same life-changing insight has the power to transform your life in the same way that it did mine. I keep losing my spot. All right. I use the Bible often because it is what I have been raised around. It is also the same literature that once made me feel like I was going to burn in hell. A feeling I am now proudly free of. Moving on. The power of your subconscious mind is infinite. Throughout this book, I will present to you the work of many great mystics. To name but a few right now, Dr. Joseph Murphy, Dr. Joe Dispenza, Neville Goddard, Charles F. Hannell, and Florence Scovel Shinn. Their work is the foundation of my understanding of the mind. Take no credit. Give no credit to me. Give no credit to me for anything you learn here. Give it to them. My understanding of the mind is how I was able to defeat my former addiction. And create a life to be proud of. For this reason, the first weapon and tool that we're going to study is the subconscious mind. I do? No, you got to give me like 6 months. That's really good, dude. Cool, man. It's because I know I'm being guided to write it. The same connection that you have, my friends. I am no different than you. Thank you so much, Brother Wolfman. Thank you, man, for your continued support. I hope that you're there in my comments when people try to attack me and call me a fraud or say I'm just trying to cheat them out of money. Fucking shit's painful, man. I'm sorry. Another break. There's no way to mute the microphone. Notice how I always come back with a smile? It's because it's pain leaving the body, huh? Thanks for the huggy face. I thought it was a kissy face. Either way. All right, continuing on. So I told you, I would introduce you to the weapon or tool. The weapon or tool is the subconscious mind of man. Example from history. Bernheim's experiments. Philippus Paracelsus, I hope I said that right, was a famous Swiss alchemist and physician who lived from 1493 to 1541. And he was a great healer in his day. He once uttered, "Whether the object of your faith be real or false, you will nevertheless obtain the same effects." Say it again. Repeat that. Whether the object of your faith be real or false, thank you for that gift, nonetheless, you will obtain the same effects. Thus, if I believed in St. Peter's statue as I should believe in St. Peter himself, I shall obtain the same effects from the statue that I should have obtained from St. Peter. But that is superstition. Faith, however, produces miracles. And whether it be true or false, it always produces the same wonders. Thank you, Philippus Paracelsus. That's really, really good. It enlivened my soul. The views of Paracelsus. The views of Paracelsus were also entertained by Hippolyte Bernheim, professor of medicine at Nancy, France, 1910 to 1919. Bernheim can be credited with the discovery of a very famous scientific fact, that the suggestion of the physician to the patient was exerted through the subconscious mind. In his Suggestive Therapeutics, page 197, he gives us a story. The story is about a man who is mute. No form of treatment was ever successful at helping the man speak. One day, however, his doctor told him that he had a new instrument with which he promised to be healed with. Physician to patient. He took out a pocket thermometer and placed it on the man's mouth. The patient imagined it to be the device the doctor spoke of. Moments later, his tongue released and he joyfully proclaimed, "I'm cured!" Hello. Welcome in, guys. Sharing the book I'm writing. Give me time to write it. Bernheim goes on to relate the story to cases of his own. Thank you so much, my friend. Wow, thank you so much. You're so appreciated. You're so fucking... Man. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Bernheim goes on to relate the stories to cases of his own. These become his experiments. Bernheim's experiments. Among these cases, he reports a young girl had come to his office suffering from a loss of speech. What do you know? For nearly 4 weeks, she had not been able to utter a word. After making sure of the diagnosis, he tells his student that loss of speech sometimes yields instantly to electricity. Doctor to patient, physician to patient. The suggestion. The electricity here acts simply by suggestive influence. Bernheim then sims for an inductive apparatus, fancy word for saying something with an electrical pulse. He applied this over her hand. He applied his hand over her larynx and moved a little. And then he said, "Now can you speak aloud?" In an instant, he saw her eyes light up as if she were miraculously healed. She began to speak distinctly and the loss of her voice disappeared. Here, Bernheim is showing us the power of faith and expectancy on the part of the patient. Faith and expectancy on the part of the patient. This expectancy acts as a powerful suggestion to the subconscious mind. This type of healing has been confirmed by the experiments and experiences of many doctors in many parts of the world. As a man thinks, feels, and behaves, so is his mind, body, and circumstances. As a man or woman thinks, feels, and behaves, so is his or her mind, body, and circumstances. The underlying truth in this message is that a methodology based on one, an understanding of what you are doing, and two, why you are doing it, will help you bring about a subconscious embodiment of all good things in life. Childhood programming. Fucking lips are so chapped. The Jesuits have, this is next section, childhood programming. The Jesuits have a famous saying, "Give me a child until it is 7, and I will show you the man." For the first 7 years of human life, our brains are in developer mode. We download our entire reality during childhood. Multiple languages can be learned during this time. Children have the incredible ability to learn arts, crafts, and music. The mind of a child operates from a theta brainwave state. Thank you for sharing the live. 22,000 likes, man. Record. Fucking record, man. Thank you so much. The mind of a child operates from a theta brainwave state. Theta is the realm of imagination. The subconscious mind operates in this magical realm of imagination. Can I say, Jesus says, think like a child. So powerful. In other words, think imaginatively, not fearfully. Well, I guess you would say, think faithfully imaginative instead of fearfully imaginative. I'm a fucking wordsmith, man. I've been good at words all my life. I've been the songwriter frontman for like 17 bands. I figured out how to use my gifts and apply them to a passion that involves helping. Okay, so the subconscious mind operates in this magical realm of imagination. In this realm, there are no memories. There is no logic, no ability to be rational or analytical. This is why a child will believe anything that you tell them. The Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, a child has no memories, no previous experience to base their logic on. With little memories of the past, there is not much previous experience to base our future thinking on. This is where we dive deeper. Really? That's what I want to name my son. I'm going to spell it with a K at the end. Lyric. Synchronicities, my friend. Let me say this real quick. Find the people that happens with and cling to them because you're meant to. I'll give you an example, prime example. My best friend in the world, Brandon Peoples, B. Peoples, my moderator here. He's the opposite of me. He is analytical in a good way. He's analytical, he sees, he pays attention to detail. He's everything that I want to be, and in many ways I am for him. And so what the synchronicity in our life that brought us together was a company called Davison, because he invented something and I invented something. And randomly in conversation, I was like, yeah, I found this company called Davison. And he was like, wow, wouldn't you know, I am 101% positive this man is my partner for life. Together we will end homelessness. We have the same mission. Look for people that happens with. That, my friend, is a synchronicity. And they happen all the time. When you see 222, when you see 333 or 444, anywhere, when you see, just look for synchronicities. Look for things that line up with the situation that is occurring in your life. And that is a reminder, this is supposed to be happening. This is meant to happen. This is destiny. This is getting you closer. Every time I see an angel number, it reminds me I'm on path. If I go a few days without seeing one, it's not normal for me. And I reassess. I'm like, well, fucking, what am I doing? Oh, I wasn't consistent with meditation the past 2 days. I'm telling you, synchronicities. All right, so the mind of a child operates from that theta brainwave state, the imagination. The subconscious mind operates in this magical realm of imagination. In this realm, there are no memories. I already read all that. This is where we dive deeper. The reason you are the way that you are is because of the way that you were raised. No one is excluded from that. Any traumas or tragedies that happened during your childhood are responsible for your current fears, your current heartaches, and your current limitations. See, I got to add to that. Where's that at? Current fears, heartaches, and limitations. I love you, Mama. Thank you for being patient with me.
I'm still on there. I'm doing something.
Oh, okay. So these fears and heartaches are the root cause of your innate desire for a numbing of mind. These fears and heartaches are the root cause of your innate desire for the numbing of mind. 2/3 of all addicts report having severe childhood trauma. Once we root out these traumas, you will be well on your way to a new life.
I need my card number.
My wallet's in my jacket pocket.
Oh, man.
You want me to get it for you?
If you would.
Yeah.
I'll take
Just a
me.
second, guys. I got a lapel mic on so they can still hear me.
Aye, 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 aye.
You goofy. I love you.
Aye, 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 aye.
Here you go.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah, welcome. Sorry about that. Thanks for sticking around. Okay. Don't be coughing. Go back up. Back up out my mic. With the. She's got COPD, dude, and it's like it's a good thing that she's doing that because it hawks that shit up out of her lungs, helps her breathe better. But it's funny and annoying at the same time. Okay. So, Mama, I'm trying to focus, please. Thank you. All right. It's a practice. All right. By no means am I claiming that the following observations are going to be true for everyone reading this book. But if you are an addict, I am confident in stating that you have some childhood stuff that you've buried deep down. I recommend completing the following exercise before moving forward. And for the 18 of you here that want to get practical with what I'm trying to teach you, get a pen and paper and write this stuff. Rooting out childhood trauma. Step 1. Find a comfortable armchair. It's going to be a lot to write down, so you're going to have to take notes. Rooting out childhood trauma is this practical exercise. Find a comfortable armchair or a couch that hugs your body. Hold your shoulders slightly back so that your chest pokes out gently. Relax. Take deep breaths in through your nose and exhale through your mouth, making sure to extend the exhale further than the inhale. If you must, count to 4 on the inhale and count to 6 on the exhale. Do this for 3 to 5 minutes. It is important to keep your body completely relaxed and still. The body must fall asleep. Put your hair up so that it doesn't tickle you. Get in a comfortable position. If you can't sit cross-legged, don't do it. If you feel discomfort, you're going to not focus. Get comfortable. Make the body fall asleep. The body is the ego. Get him asleep so that you can think clearly, imaginatively. Get off my skin, lips. I mean, get... That's going on a t-shirt. Get off my skin, lips. Get off my lips, skin. All right. That's really funny. All right. If step 1 is done correctly, your body, which is the subconscious mind, will be asleep. And in this sleepy, drowsy state, in this sleepy but drowsy state, you're focused. You can find your inner child. Focus your thoughts on a specific trauma from your childhood. Go back in time to a moment just before the event. Go back in time in this memory of your trauma and go before it happened. Fucking skin lips. I'm wearing Carmex tomorrow, guys. See in your mind's eye the image of you as a child. Pick the child up and set them on your lap. Embrace them and prepare them for what is about to happen. Don't think so much. Only comfort them in your mind. Feel. Feel. It's okay. Number 3. Next, mentally give your inner child this mantra. What you are about to experience is not punishment. It must happen to make you stronger. It is a gift because of the strength it will give you. You will help many more just like you. You want me to repeat that? When you traveled in your mind back to the moment right before this traumatic event happened and you're comforting your inner child, you're going to give them some advice. This is the advice you're going to give them. Let's say it slowly. What you're about to experience is not punishment. It must happen to you to make you stronger. It is truly a gift because of the strength it will give you. You will help many more just like you. For you. After you have done this quick meditation, grab a pen and paper and finish giving your inner child direction, because you're going to be in an alpha brainwave state. Use your wisdom and experience that you have now from the harshness of life to give your younger self any advice that you'll need to get through the hard times. This is how healing is done. Suffering ceases to be suffering the moment that it finds meaning. If you find meaning, strength, reason out of the things that happen to you, they dissolve away. No more need for substance use, right? If that be your desire. I like an altered state of mind. It's just me. Doesn't have to be you. I'll use this point too. Anything after a few drinks in an hour, downhill. Dopamine levels spike and you feel lively and energetic and extroverted after a few drinks. Anything after that, too much water on the tree. Okay, so moderation. Temperance does not mean abstinence. All right. Repeat this exercise as often as you need, or as many times as you need. Use this, I got 20%. Use this exercise as often as you need, or for as many traumas as you have to heal. It might take weeks. Continue, just start the process and continue doing it. So the next section, the habit mind and the power of suggestion. Now that you know about the magic of your subconscious, let us look over how it can be used against you. You may find that I often refer to the subconscious mind as the habit mind throughout this text. The habit mind is always open to suggestion. It does not argue with you. It only accepts what you decree as true. It makes those tasks which you do most often easier to do. Your reactions to other people, the way you communicate your emotions, the hand that you write with, and your choice to go out and party rather than work on a goal. These things all are examples of your habits. They're all examples of the things that become your habits. There are no limits. Anything that you think, say, and do most often will be programmed into your subconscious mind, and it'll become a habit. So take a look at the difference between your conscious mind, which is 5% of thinking, and your subconscious mind, which is 95% of your thinking. And I have a list. Conscious mind, right now, consciously. It's objective. Intellectual. Your ability to understand things. Your conscious mind, it learns from the 5 senses: sight, sound, touch, smell, taste. It orients you to time and position in space, your consciousness. It uses memory and logic. It's electric. And it operates from your brain. Your subconscious mind is subjective. There is no right or wrong. Imaginative. It's the source of creativity. Your subconscious mind learns through emotion and feeling or trauma, like your long-term memories. It's either really exciting because, yeah, something amazing happened. You won the spelling bee, or you had that great memory that you're emotionally tied to. Long-term memory, trauma. Or trauma. Sorry. Subconscious mind is chemical. It's not electric. It responds to the electricity of your body with chemicals. The feelings that you feel are chemical responses to your electrical thoughts. And it operates from your heart. Your subconscious mind is your heart. What can be determined from looking at the above information or listening to the before information aforementioned? To start with, 95% of your thinking, meaning the choices that you make, comes from feeling. 95% of the choices that you make, come from feeling. Subjective feeling at that. So, hence why there is an opinion for every butthole. If 95% of your thinking is subconscious, then you learn faster when you are emotionally attached to what you are learning. There is so much insight that can be gained from looking deeply at the power of your subconscious mind. 95% of your life is habit. I want to give you a quick practical exercise to help you understand how habits are formed. I've done this with you guys before. We might skip over that. Anybody here new? Welcome in. I'll do it anyways. All you have to do is grab a pen and write your name. Do it now. Write your name as you always do. Next, directly below your name, write your name once more, but this time with your other hand. If you were even able to complete it, I bet it's not as pretty as the name that you wrote with your dominant hand, right? This should easily help you understand how habits are formed, why it's comfortable to write with this hand, and why it's uncomfortable to write with this hand. Think of how many times that you've written with your dominant hand and how many times you've written with your opposite hand. That is a well-established habit, your dominant hand. You could do it with your eyes closed. Now let's dive a little deeper. The exercise you just performed also gives us another powerful insight. Think about how uncomfortable it is to write your name with your other hand. Imagine if you had to write an entire page with that hand. How uncomfortable it'd be. Fuck, just put it in the other hand. Right? Now you know exactly what it's like to trade something you are used to for something you are not used to. To trade years of addiction for a life centered around personal growth and development. It's uncomfortable. It's hard. It's difficult. There is a level of discomfort every day. It will be difficult in the beginning. But you cannot fail with this recipe. This is where you must choose with your free will. Are you willing to start low, aim high, and improve daily, and keep working towards an ideal? And keep working towards an ideal of your success and prosperity. Needs to be rewritten. If so, you are in the right spot. Let's continue. Now that you are aware of the power of habit, let's talk about the power of suggestion. When advertising is successful, it is because of the power of suggestion. Anytime you have ever seen a sign and responded with a purchase, you are a victim of the power of suggestion. Suggestion plays to your emotions. Thanks for sharing, bro. This is why it is said that people do not purchase things based on logic. We buy things based on emotion. If one of your friends has ever told you a lie about someone and you took their word for it, you took this statement as true simply because you trust your friend, you are a victim of a powerful suggestion. Here's an analogy from Dr. Bruce Lipton, a very famous epigeneticist, on the power of suggestion. Imagine a mother and her child wheeling through the grocery store, and the child is misbehaving and throwing temper tantrums. Now imagine towards the end of the shopping trip, after the mother is good and annoyed, the child reaches for an item within reach. I'll have to figure out a way to write it. The mother snatches the item away from the child and snaps, "No, you can't have that. You don't deserve that. Bad." The child in this instance hears, "I'm a bad kid and I don't deserve that." This is an example of a heterosuggestion, or a suggestion from another person. All throughout your life, suggestion has played a major role in the thought of every man or woman in every part of the earth and in every period of time. The most common form of heterosuggestion is the world's many religions. If you are a religious person, think about this. You are born into this world and raised by your parents, and more than likely, they were religious. During your childhood, their heterosuggestions were implanted like seeds in your subconscious mind. The same goes for every single belief that you hold so dearly. It is true, suggestion may be used to discipline ourselves. However, it is also true that all too frequently we use the commands of others, especially those who are unaware of the laws of mind. If used constructively, it is awe-inspiring and magnificent. On the negative end, it is the most destructive of all the mind's response patterns. If you allow negative heterosuggestion to penetrate and impregnate your subconscious mind, you will birth patterns and circumstances of failure, misery, sickness, suffering, and disaster. Your subconscious mind is Mary. And every time your conscious mind penetrates her and impregnates the Virgin Mary with a new idea, she births a Savior. Mama, I'm doing something and you're interrupting it. I cannot. No, I can't. Damn it. Fuck.
Quit talking to me like that.
Understand that I'm trying to do something, Mom, and that anything outside of what I'm trying to do is an interruption. That's all I mean. I love you. Fuck, man. See, I gotta stop that, man. I can't do that. I gotta control that. Sorry. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this, man. I hope you're learning a lot. I've applied this to my life, and it's changed me. See, like, I feel like I'm disrespected by her right now because she's right there, speaking, interrupting me. It's okay. She's only talking to the cat and being sweet, so I can't punish her. I can't reprimand her for fucking being sweet to the cat, right? Stop, man. Stop, Danny. Get back focused. During your childhood, those heterosexual... During your childhood... That's great. During your childhood, The heterosuggestions were implanted like... Okay, I already did that. Sorry. If you allow negative heterosuggestion to penetrate and impregnate your subconscious mind, you will birth patterns and circumstances of failure, misery, sickness, suffering, and disaster. Most of sorry, dude. Most of us have been given negative suggestions since infancy. For most people, do not know the power of the mind. We unconsciously accept these suggestions by not knowing how to thwart such power. Here's a list of negative autosuggestions that you just may be giving yourself. I can't. I'll never amount to anything. Let's use it in a form from other people. Heterosuggestions. You'll never amount to anything. You mustn't. You'll fail. You haven't got a chance. You're all wrong. What are you, stupid? Money is the root of all evil. Things are getting worse and worse. You just can't win in this world. What's the use? Nobody cares. It's not worth the effort. Life is hard. You can't trust anyone. Right? Since your subconscious mind is always attentive, it's always amenable to suggestion. You must realize now that your conscious mind is the watchman at the gate. It will help you to understand that the habit mind does not reason and think for itself. It does not make comparisons or contrasts. The Father in you, the latter functions, the latter functions belong to the conscious mind, your intellect. The subconscious mind, the Father in you, is imagination. The subconscious mind does not show favoritism or preference. It does not prefer one course of action over another. The operations of reason and rationality are restricted to the conscious mind. The subconscious does not argue with you. It only fulfills your wishes. It only accepts that which you consider to be truth. I really want you to grasp the power of suggestion before we move on. And in order to do that, I'm going to give you a story from my own life. When I was 15 years old, I was very infatuated with 90s grunge music. Something about Kurt Cobain and Lane Staley. Shitty tattoos, I know, I did them myself. I did them like this, and then when I turned my arm like that, I realized that my skin was stretched, and now it's crooked, and it looks like a raccoon face. But, okay, so yes, there was something about Kurt Cobain and Lane Staley and the persona they put on that made me want to emulate their every move. Their clothes, their hair, their voice style, their vocal style. I fell deeply in love. I fell deeply in love with vocal harmony. At the time, I did not know the power of words. I didn't know that feeling follows language. I sang along with songs like Alice in Chains, Junkhead. Anybody? What's my drug? Stop. No. Fuck. I sang along with songs like Alice in Chains, Junkhead, Nirvana's Dumb. Anybody know the lyrics to these songs? What's my drug of choice? Well, what have you got? Maybe I'm just happy, or maybe I'm dumb. There are many anthems like this. I sang along with them passionately, emotionally. Newsflash. By the time I was 19 years old, I was an addict, addicted to crack cocaine. The lyrics to your favorite songs about drugs need to fade into the past. The songs themselves need to be deleted from your memory. I'll save the magical power of words for another chapter. But you will hear me say this often: your word is your wand. With the information I have given you thus far, you can safely arrive at the conclusion that your habits can either be a weapon or a tool. Knowing that the habit mind runs 95% of your life, you should always be the guardian at the gate. You should always be conscious of your habitual thinking, your behavior, and make changes where needed. Or the magical power of your subconscious forces will force you to work against yourself in the form of a weapon, right? Like a weapon against you. The habit mind is always open to suggestion to others. You must always be mindful of the things you accept as truth. Don't be agreeable. Saying, yeah, that means you, okay, accept, let it in. No. Don't agree. You don't have to appease people's idiocy sometimes. Like they say stupid things. You don't have to agree to be polite. That's what I'm getting at. So now that you know how it can be used against you as a tool, hang on. 13%. I've got about 15, 20 more minutes and you'll be free of me. Thanks, Chris Hockey. I know. I'm aware. I'm aware there are evils in the world. I keep my sword sheathed, but I know how to use it. Okay. Yeah. Using the subconscious as a tool instead of a weapon. Banishing fear. Now that we have gone through the ways in which the subconscious mind can be used as a weapon against you, let us take a minute to look at the polar opposite. There are a few ways to use the subconscious mind as a tool. Autosuggestion may be used to banish your fears and other negative conditions. Allow me to paint a picture. A young man that loved swimming and dreamed of being a high diver is seized with fear every time he nears the edge of a diving board. He is a very good swimmer and even executes impressive dives on the low dive. However, every time he ascends the ladder to the top, a voice in his head says, "Be careful not to slip. It's really high up. If you slip, you'll surely die." His subconscious mind accepted these negative autosuggestions as a request and proceeded to manifest fear into his experience. The cause of his fear was involuntary auto-suggestion. Or simply put, silent fear thoughts that were unconsciously emotionalized. You can use the following technique to overcome fear and anxiety. No less than 3 times per day, isolate yourself in a quiet room. Maybe even your car like I do, to avoid outside distraction. If you choose to stay in your home, find an armchair or sit comfortably on the floor, maybe even upright on your bed. Remember, when the body is relaxed, the subconscious is most awake. When the body is relaxed, the subconscious mind is most awake. The key is to relax the body and let it drift to sleep. You do this by remaining perfectly still in your relaxed posture for at least 3 to 5 minutes. focusing intently on the in and out of your breath. Physical inertia, remaining still, favors mental passivity, and it renders the mind extremely receptive to auto-suggestion, or to suggestion. What's up, Rainey? Sharing the chapter 1 of the book I'm writing. Welcome in, brother. Diamond Dave, thanks for the likes, man. I love you, man. Thanks for all you are, and all you do, and all you're becoming. In this relaxed state of reverie, you can reverse the effects of fear. Mentally say to yourself, using the creative force, the creative power of language. Mentally say to yourself the opposite of what you fear. Try this affirmation to eliminate fear from your mind. I am poised, serene, tranquil, confident, courageous, and calm. Let's say it again together. I am poised, serene, tranquil, confident, courageous, and calm. Repeat the statement quietly and with emotion. Feel the effects of your words. You sit and do this for 5 to 10 minutes, 3 times per day. At the end of a week, you're going to be healed of your fear. Try me. Prove me wrong. I'm asking you to prove me wrong. All right. Restoring memory. If you are in the habit of forgetting things, first become very mindful of your words, since words are the creative faculty of the universe. Sorry, I got a low battery. Yeah, I'm daring you to try this because I know it'll benefit you. And so if all right, I'm going to try it to prove you wrong, try it because it's going to help you. If you're in the habit of forgetting things, first become very mindful of your words. How often do you use your words? How often do you use the words, I forget? I can't remember. You can reverse the effects of this negative auto-suggestion in a matter of a few weeks by applying the same technique mentioned above. Get relaxed. Once you're inside of the reverie, take the time to mentally rehearse the following statement. My memory is improving day by day. I always remember the things I need to know at any given moment in time. I am able to recall things instantly. My memory is improving rapidly every day. Overcoming anger. If you are quick-tempered and become angered easily, it is because you are very susceptible to auto-suggestion. You will obtain marvelous results by using the following statements 3 or 4 times per day. Do this in the morning, immediately when you wake up, at noon, and at night prior to sleep. Remember, the door to the subconscious mind is open when you are relaxed or asleep. Repeat this for about 30 days. Joy, happiness, harmony, and cheer are now my normal states of mind. Every passing day, I become more lovable and more understanding. Compassion and temperament are a part of my innate character. I am the center of cheer and goodwill to all those around me. I infect those around me with humor and happiness. This happy, joyous, and cheerful mood is now my normal and natural state of mind. I am so happy and thankful. Here's a quick reminder that you cannot be angry and thankful at the same time. They don't mix. You cannot be grateful and fearful at the same time. They don't mix. Defeating addiction. Use the following 22 affirmations. There's a reason behind 22. To defeat addiction. Same as before. 3 or 4 times per day, mentally rehearse the following affirmations while in a sleepy or drowsy state. And literally, it will change your life. These are my affirmations that I've used for 3 years. I use them often. Now that the habits are formed and I've seen the results in my life, so here's how the programming works. You program the thought becomes feeling, the feeling manifests behavior. Once you see the behavior, you know the habits are formed. Move on. Every now and then come back. Make sure you keep that neuroplasticity built. But the habit will form and you will know it. So the first one, say it with me right now, out loud, with confidence. I am a powerful, positive individual, and all events in this day are for my highest good. I feel so good and excited that I am free of my addiction. I am completely aware of my body and all it needs. The only limitations in life are those that exist in my own mind. What's up, Toasty? How you doing, brother? It's good to see you in here. Repeat after me. Nothing can stop me now that I am free of my addiction. Repeat after me. As I think, so shall it be. As I believe, so shall it be. As I imagine, so shall it be revealed to me. Y'all hear the Mexican music? Y'all hear that? Somebody's outside. It's a really good one of my favorites. I am the master of my fate, the captain of my soul. Number 8, repeat after me. There is no power greater than myself within or without me. Number 9, I'm thankful for my ability to make right decisions. Number 10, repeat after me. I can change my mind anytime about anything, including my body and its health. Including my body's health. There we go. I can change my mind anytime about anything, including my body's health. Number 11. All power is mine to use now. I feel so excited. Number 12, repeat after me. Sorry. I feel so excited that joy and peace live within me. I feel so excited that joy and peace live within me. I am grateful. Shit, I keep forgetting it. That's a good thing to remind you to repeat it, I think. Number 13. Repeat after me. Oh, I remember now why I'm doing that, so I can make content out of each one. Number 13. I am grateful for all the amazing things that I have in my life. Number 14. Repeat after me. Whatever my mind can imagine and believe, it can accomplish. Whatever my mind can imagine and believe, it can accomplish. Number 15. Repeat after me. No drug feels better than the joy of progress. Again, no drug feels better than the joy of progress. Number 16. Repeat after me. I progress towards my dreams swiftly and confidently. Welcome in, people that are just joining. I'm giving you some powerful affirmations you should repeat after me. Number 17. Repeat after me. Life loves me unconditionally, and so do all the people in it. Life loves me unconditionally, and so do all the people in it. Number 18. I have the power to create the life I desire. Number 18. Repeat after me. I have the power to create the life I desire. Number 19. Repeat after me. My wishes are devoid of the desire to use drugs. Number 20. Repeat after me. My reward system does not include the use of drugs. My reward system excludes the use of drugs. Number 21. Repeat after me. I am the master of my own mind. My dog's asleep on her back. Did I get you? Funny. "22, and the most important, maybe not most important. My purpose keeps me focused." Very simple. My purpose keeps me focused. These are the 22 affirmations of power. And if you didn't already get the hint, 12-step recovery claims you're powerless. My goal is to help you wake up to the power that you have and use it as a tool instead of a weapon against you. So by now, you are starting to see the magical wonders of your subconscious mind and the many ways you can use autosuggestion as a tool. Finally, I want to help you get a beginner's grasp on the mighty power of habit. According to Healthline, a new habit can be formed in 66 days. In other words, in 66 days, you can make any specific behavior automatic if you perform the habit every single day. This should excite you to your core. I have already laid it on you lightly. I told you it would be difficult at first, but rest assured, momentum will begin to build and you will prosper. Throughout this book are many practical exercises. It is up to you to do the work, and I promise if you do, you will not only defeat your addiction, but you will realize your purpose and you will be ready to pursue your destiny. Habit is the primary function of the subconscious mind. You are free to choose between good habits or bad habits. Anything you do over and over again will inevitably become a habit. The law of habit. The law of the habit mind is compulsion. Sound familiar? Your addiction is nothing but a memorized set of unconscious compulsions. Behaviors you have performed so many times that they require no conscious thought from you. Your compulsion to use the drug of your choice has led you down a rabbit hole that you were not trying to head down. Now your addiction is causing you negative consequences in your life, and so you found this book to cure the ill. The power to cure the ill is already inside of you. This book just shows you the path. You are not hopeless. You're hopeful. I've heard men say before, the urge to drink is uncontrollable for me. This is a quote. I've heard men say before, the urge to drink is uncontrollable for me. It seizes me and I remain drunk for weeks. I cannot give it up, this terrible habit. There is that magical power of suggestion working against us again. Think of the times you have used your own language to describe in detail the severity of your addiction. For me, it sounded like this. Every time I get paid, I go and I spend my money. Not just some, but all of it. What language have you used in the past to explain and describe your addiction? Become aware of this language now. For language is the programming tool of the subconscious mind. Final thoughts. Your subconscious mind is the most powerful tool you have at your disposal. It is what currently binds you to your addiction, and it is what will free you from your former self. The subconscious is always open to suggestion. Not just the suggestion of others, but more importantly, the suggestions from your thoughts and words. Always be the guardian at the gate. Always be mindful of the things you accept as truth. The outside world is a manifestation of the world within. The effect of the cause. As within, so without. The outside world is a manifestation of the world within. The effect of the cause. As within, so without. What is within is objectified without. Subjective, objective reality. Time, free of time and space, bound to time and space. This book is designed to help you reprogram your mind through the practice of daily exercise, meditation, reading, journaling, learning, visualizing, and reflecting. There will be much more said about the inner functions of the subconscious mind and the methods for reprogramming it successfully. This chapter was solely to teach you how it is being used against you and how you can change your life by using it as a tool instead of a weapon. Now that we understand the function of the subconscious, let us look at another weapon or tool. That is the product of your subconscious program. That is a product of your subconscious programming. For it has long been said that all things are possible for those that believe. And belief is the next chapter. It's great. The Spirit's guiding me to write this thing, man. That's it. My phone's going dead. I've been here for 3.5 hours. It's a record. You guys, don't be bashful with gifts. If you've got gifts on your account and you're not giving them to me, I'm offended. You know, all the money that is gifted to this account sits in there until I have an accumulated amount that I can go give to somebody. So gift me. The more you gift me, the more you're going to bless someone in the future. So what do you think? How much battery do I have? Hang on just a second. Wow. Wow, 3%. We'll have to talk again another time, dude. We'll have to talk again another time. But I'll be right back here tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time. So that's 11 a.m. in the center. That's 10 a.m. if you're in Colorado or in the mountains where I'm at. And that's 9 a.m. if you're on the Pacific Coast. If you're in Ireland, that's like 4 p.m. If you're in Zambia, right? I've got people from all over the world that follow me. Figure out which time that is for you. Noon Eastern Standard Time. And meet me back here tomorrow. Because I'm going to go over more of the book. And I'm going to continue to show you the tools that I've used to change my life. The same tools. You can take notes just like I did on the... I literally have notebooks of me studying personal growth content. Jack Canfield, Mark Victor Hansen, Bob Proctor, Jake Ducey changed my life. Eric, the hip hop preacher Thomas, Tim Balayu. I took notes. Everything. I'm a copycat to the fullest extent. I do not take credit for what is learned from my content. It was from someone else that I took it. But I do take credit for the effort it took to put it together and teach it to other people. You are powerful. Thank you for the rose. And I'm here to help you wake up to that power. If it's the last thing I do, my life is dedicated to helping as many people as possible wake up to your power. You're powerful. Your mouth, your belief, it's the problem. It can be the solution. Make it the solution. I love you guys. Until tomorrow, I'm going to leave you the same way that I leave you every single day, by reminding you that you're full of unlimited potential and you have gifts that this world is waiting to benefit from. Go out and give those gifts. Make it your mission to spread love and light. I love you. You're amazing. And I hope that you have an equally amazing day. Namaste.